Guys, it's your boy. You already know who it is. Just finished work and obviously came to the park near my work. Get in a quick workout. And just today, I was spending today just thinking about what basically a colleague of mine was talking about. And it's just it just sums up giving up on a dream or allowing a dream to just kind of fade away. And I feel like a lot of people are scared, or they have a lot of excuses on why they don't want to pursue it, on maybe the fear of failure, or the fear of that letdown of, if it doesn't work. So they just keep it as a fantasy. And to that I say, take that leap of faith, go ahead and do it. You have nothing to fear, you know what I'm saying? Because there is no success without failure. So if you're afraid to fail, then you're not ready to succeed. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get to my workout. You already know what it is. Let's get it.
Those first couple months, I remember thinking to myself, I'm in business 2 months now. I remember getting to the point where I had $15,000 in sales, probably 6 months into the company, and I'm still living in the shithole and thinking, okay, I can do this, I can do this. And along the way, it was lots of trial and error. There were things that were new to me, things that were terrifying to me, things that I would break out into a sweat. But I always remember going into my customers and just trying to be brutally honest and say to them, if I can help you, right? If I can bring value, if I can make your company more competitive, more profitable, will you work with me? And you don't have to put money, I'll do the work to prove it. And if I get it done, then we'll figure it all out, or they agree to a price and then they'll pay it at that point. And one by one, I just kept on making customers happy, and lost some, for every one I lost, picked up 3. And I was so nervous about the whole thing that, I couldn't imagine slowing down, and so people talk about, life, family, balance. I had none. I mean, I literally remember dating some girl, this is the truth. And it was we'd been dating a couple years, Mark, you're so into your work. I mean, I want a picket fence, I want a house, I want kids. It's me or your job. And I was or me or your company. And I was what's your name again?
I'm 60 years old, and everybody who works for me is younger than me, and they'll tell you, I'll work you up under the table.
Vision is an internal thing, right? It is the world that you want to live in, right? Jobs was the rebel, and he always was against big business. All the visionaries that we know have some sort of personal experience and imagine a world that is different to the one they live in now, and will use their businesses to help build that world. That doesn't mean they're the only ones doing it, but what makes them a leader is they're the one leading towards that place, right? So vision has to come from you. If you're the founder of a company, your business is not the only way you do it. What if you quit your business and start another one? It doesn't matter. They should all be contributing towards this vision. And you're not the only one doing it, but if you're the one preaching it and you're using your company to advance it, that makes you the leader. That's why everybody copies you. But it's not about anticipating the market trend, which is an interest thing you're asking me. It's got to start with values. The interest comes second.
If you're going to make mistakes in your life, make them fast, right? If you're going to lose a deal, make them lose the deal fast. If you're not going to make any money on a deal, make sure the deal's quick.
There's part of you that either wants to create a business or you obviously already have created a business. The hardest part is taking that first step, right? There's always that line, like I was talking about earlier, that you have to take a step past. But the thing, people always say, well, you're not afraid to start a business. Why aren't you? It's terrifying, or, it scares me to do it. And my attitude has always been, if you're prepared, it's not a risk, right? Bobby Knight, who was the coach at Indiana University, used to say, everybody's got the will to win, but it's only those with the will to prepare that do win. And the same applies to business. We've all seen our friends go out there and just wing it. It's my passion. We're all passionate about something. I'm passionate about basketball. Doesn't make me an NBA player, right? It's not just about passion. It's not just about saying I'm doing it. It's not even about incorporating. It's not about the idea. It's about, are you prepared and are you willing to do the work?
You got to quit saying nonsensical stuff like, you know, I'm happy where I'm at and we're good, we're all good, you know.
Business is good.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
I'm better off than
Yeah.
somebody in that. You got to quit
Yeah.
comparing yourself to other people.
Yeah.
You got to quit talking like the middle class.
Yeah.
Like you've somehow arrived because somebody in Iran is suffering.
Yeah.
You know, you're good until you're not. There's nobody watching that gives enough money to charity.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody watching should be able to give $1 million a year to charity, but you can't. You know why you can't? You would if you could, but you can't because you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't produce enough, because by the way, it's not your money anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody
Just a
else
game.
gave you the money,
Yeah.
and you pass it on. Most of you are like, I'm really charitable, I'm really good, but you never do enough. Why? Because you never had enough. Because you didn't produce enough, because you didn't work enough, because you didn't expand enough. So I would just say to people, look, have some loftier goals.
You are at your best when you are authentic to your core, and you have to be what you are, not what they call you.
You know, I tend to believe that there's no finality in anything. You know, it's not like, you know, even though our lives are finite, life is infinite. You know, life goes on. And for me, the goal is not to produce something that has an endpoint, but to produce something that has momentum that can live on beyond me.
Honestly, like, I can't shake the thought that I was having, and like actually just having a conversation with one of the individuals I work with, and it's basically how people just like give up on their dreams. You know? So how people just give up on something they want to do, or they just don't have time. You know, sometimes it's not even they gave up on it. It's like they say, no, they don't have time, or they'll get back to it on another day. And when you really look at it, it's just like when they want to get to it, it's too late. It's too late, and it's like, it's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to feel like my dreams and my things that inspire me and shit that like is driving me to do things, I just give up on. And one thing I want to say, and also teach to even my own sons, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. You know, like if you wanna, if people are out here saying, yo, you have a crazy dream, or yo, that's just crazy, like no one does this, no one does that, it's, at the end of the day, it's on you. It's not on them, man. So just don't give up on yourself. Stay true to yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's like you only have to. You're only looking at one person, really. You know what I'm saying? It's the man in the mirror, you know, or the person in the mirror, and that's who you have to really, you know, confront or kind of hear that individual out. It's like you only got to prove it to him, you know, her or whoever it is that needs to hear this message. It's the person you see in the mirror that you literally have to do better than, you know. I don't know. Just hard. Stay true to yourself, guys. There's enough negativity in the world. There's no need to be negative with yourself. Just be positive. You know what I'm saying? Although it may be hard, shit's hard, life's hard, you know. Just get it.